A California man allegedly bribed local police officers with hundreds of thousands of dollars to extort and intimidate former business partners and rivals, including members of a notorious hacking group. A citizen of the United Kingdom raked in $3.75 million through insider trading after hacking into the computer systems of 5 United States public companies. Over 140,000 cyber attacks have been powered by the free SniperDZ phishing tools, which facilitate credential theft on a massive scale using phishing-as-a-service platforms. These attacks leverage ready-to-use scam templates, allowing even novice cybercriminals to execute sophisticated phishing campaigns. Microsoft Defender now automatically detects unsecured Wi-Fi networks, alerting users to potential security threats and helping them stay safe online with its upgraded VPN feature. You're listening to the Daily Decrypt. Up first, we're talking about a sensational story involving crooked cops, cybercrime, and a hacker group with quite a history. A California man named Adam Iza, who's also known as quote, the Godfather, is accused of dodging taxes on millions earned from cybercrime. I didn't know cybercriminals could dodge taxes, that they had to pay taxes on their... Anyways, the FBI alleges that Iza paid Los Angeles Sheriff's Department officers hundreds of thousands of dollars to help him extort and intimidate rivals, including members of the infamous hacker group UGNazi. Iza is the founder of a dubious cryptocurrency platform called Zort and has led a lavish lifestyle, splurging on luxury cars, jewelry, and even leg lengthening surgery. This twisted tale involves extortion, kidnapping attempts, and insider corruption, with Iza allegedly using bribed officers to arrest and intimidate his targets. We're unable to get into all of the details of this story as it is quite long, but if you're interested, be sure to check out the article by Krebs on Security in the show notes below. It sheds light on a disturbing trend of, quote, violence as a service, where cybercriminals leverage their wealth to bribe authorities for nefarious activities. And before, maybe 20, 30 years ago, the most wealthy criminals were those of the mob and gangs, etc. But now the wealthiest criminals out there are those in cybercrime. So they're using the same tactics and creating the same fascinating stories as before, just in the realm of cybercrime. A United Kingdom citizen named Robert Westbrook has been charged by the United States Security and Exchange Commission, or SEC, for hacking into 5 U.S. companies to access confidential earnings information and engage in insider trading. Between January of 2019 and August of 2020, Westbrook used this information to make trades ahead of 14 earnings announcements, earning approximately $3.75 million in illicit profits. He reportedly reset senior executives' passwords to gain access and use anonymous email accounts, VPNs, and Bitcoin to conceal his identity. Which, as someone in cybersecurity, that doesn't really feel like a hack, but it's funny because it is, and it's one of the most successful ways of hacking someone. You go, you try to log in, you reset their password, and now you're in and they're logged out. That's all it takes sometimes. Make sure you have multi-factor authentication on your accounts. Nudge, nudge. But despite Westbrook's best efforts, advanced data analytics helped the SEC track him down. Westbrook faces both civil and criminal charges, including wire fraud, securities fraud, and unauthorized computer access, which could result in prison time and significant fines. There has been a significant rise in cyber attacks powered by a phishing-as-a-service platform named SniperDZ. Over the past year, more than 140,000 phishing websites have been linked to this platform, which offers free phishing tools and templates for aspiring cybercriminals. Researchers from Palo Alto Network's Unit 42 highlighted that SniperDZ provides an online admin panel where phishing pages can be hosted on their infrastructure or downloaded for use on personal servers. Interestingly, despite being free, the platform employs, quote, double theft, where stolen credentials are siphoned not only to the phisher, but also to the phishing-as-a-service operators. SniperDZ is accessible on the ClearNet and has a robust presence on Telegram, allowing easy access to phishing resources even for novices. So that makes it extra dangerous, right? If one person uses that service to acquire some credentials through sending out an email, clicking a link, and then they get someone's username and passwords, not only do they get to use those usernames and passwords, but those usernames and passwords are shared with the entire network of SniperDZ cybercriminals. And recent discoveries show that SniperDZ supports phishing for popular websites like Facebook, Netflix, and PayPal, and employs techniques to evade detection by proxying the phishing content through legitimate servers. So not only is this tactic much more effective, taking out the beginnings of legwork for up-and-coming phishing artists, it shares the results of that phishing with the entire network, so you can get hit from multiple angles, and it's really hard to detect. So as you're navigating through your emails or receiving texts or video calls or whatever method, be extra skeptical and try not to click on links when you don't have to. Microsoft Defender is enhancing user security with a new feature that detects unsecured and unsafe Wi-Fi networks. This feature is available to those with the Microsoft 365 Personal or Family subscription, which can send alerts and activate Defender VPN automatically for protection. The VPN encrypts your internet traffic and hides your IP addresses, shielding you from potential attacks like man in the middle. So while this is great, it's important to understand what a VPN protects you from and what it doesn't protect you from. It's not a one-size-fits-all security tool. And thanks to COVID-19 for introducing most of us to how remote work works, where you had to VPN into your company's servers, right? So a VPN at its core is essentially just tunneling your traffic from your device through the servers somewhere else. Or another way to think about it is pretending like your device is actually somewhere else. It's become really popular to think of VPNs as a way to get around streaming restrictions or whatever, but you have to understand that the primary reason it's able to do that is because your device is somewhere else, or at least it appears to be somewhere else. But one of the ways that VPNs make this possible is by tunneling your traffic through that router. And those tunnels encrypt your traffic. So if you connect to a hotspot or to a Wi-Fi access point that is unsecured, the operators of that hotspot can still see your traffic. It's just encrypted or encapsulated. And so all that to say is this issue is a little more multifaceted than simply using a VPN. For example, this feature checks to see the security protocol of the router you're connecting to. And if it's unsecure, such as less than WPA2 or 3, it turns on the VPN. But the main attack is spinning up a evil twin or a false hotspot so that when you connect to it, those people can get all your credentials and steal your cookies or whatever you're passing over the internet. But what if that has, a WPA2 or 3 authentication on it? Then this won't kick in. And most commercial VPN solutions allow you to specify specific names of networks that you connect to and you trust, and then everything else, it just turns on the VPN for you. And so there are a few very rare situations where this feature from Microsoft will be better than that. But for the most part, evil twins tend to mimic names that you've already connected to in the past. So if you've connected to Starbucks Wi-Fi and you're walking around the mall where there's no Starbucks and a Starbucks Wi-Fi appears, your phone's automatically going to connect to that. That could have WPA 2 or 3, which wouldn't trigger this VPN to turn on, and the operator of that hotspot would have access to all of your data. So this is great. I just wanted to reinforce what a VPN actually does and what this defense is trying to prevent. It's not as effective as it may seem.
This has been the Daily Decrypt. If you found your key to unlocking the digital domain, show your support with a rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It truly helps us stand at the frontier of cyber news. Don't forget to connect on Instagram or catch our episodes on YouTube. Until next time, keep your data safe and your curiosity alive.